How about I got a couple commercials you can check out for a minute. How about some Fallout commercials? Let's not look at that one.
Fallout.
Link to that one. I don't have a. I had that just downloaded.
In the atomic and hydrogen age. The facts from federal.
If you look up Tame Impala, Kanye West, find it out.
Might even kill you.
Kanye.
Well, what about it, Mr.
Google. Just go to YouTube and type in Kanye West Tame Impala. I guarantee you it'll come up.
Is nothing more than particles of matter in the air made radioactive by nuclear explosions. Sooner or later, however, they settle to Earth. This is fallout, and it can be very dangerous if you don't know what to do about it. Well,
is this really a commercial?
About it, Grandpa?
Not yet, young man, but I will.
It's played on TV.
There are 4 major characteristics of an A-bomb or H-bomb explosion. They are blast, heat, initial radiation, and residual radiation.
Kanye. Kids listen to that Kanye music down there. Told you all to turn that off.
Enemy bombing.
Our government very carefully tests only small nuclear.
It's a little Maryland accent, I think. A little Baltimore for you. I ain't never been there, but I'm pretty sure it's how it sounds
sometimes. Be ready to
sometimes.
assist in defense preparations in your community if your help is needed. For Fallout is only one.
Spooky. Yeah, I didn't even know Fallout existed until like 2008. Found a military film about Bikini Atoll the other day. The word Bikini Atoll is like so disappointing because it starts off so exciting, then it's like, oh.
Preservation Services, purveyors of products there when you actually need them. Seems there's been a lot of talk these days about vault life, but not all of us have the luxury to spend so much on something that, frankly, we may not actually need. Unlike those other guys, the sensible folks at Pulaski Preservation Services have created an affordable line of personal protection products to make sure no one gets left behind. Personal protection, there when you actually need it. Remember, that's Pulaski Preservation Shelters. Simply there when you actually need them. Exact changeover.
Oh, these are the little like tubes.
Show, the Adventures
right?
of Captain Cosmos, co-starring Jangles, the Moon Monkey.
You find you can like hide that people like died in. They're Pulaski's like fallout shelters. Interesting. Sexual themes.
Here we are, son, our nation's capital.
There's nothing to do here. I'm bored.
Nothing to do.
Get blown the fuck up.
There's not a foot of this town that isn't packed with heroes and history.
Yeah,
It's
like
not called the
like round
capital for
photos.
nothing. Right, Tom?
That's right, Abe. In fact, every year, millions of tourists come to enjoy our beautiful nature and advanced technology. Right, George?
Ah, yes, we've seen so much over the years, and there's more to come. But one thing's for sure, we'll always be here, no matter what happens.
Wow, Dad, I guess there really is a lot to see here.
Glad you changed your mind. Let's go see what we can see.
How about you? Are you ready to see what you can see? We're waiting. Explore the nation's capital.
He looks mad. At the end. There's no sexual theme to that.
Hey, Jimmy, are you tired of bullies pushing you around?
Boy, am I.
What if you could get rid of them forever?
Jeez, mister.
You see, Jimmy, our government has bullies too.
Wow, really?
That's right. Which is why we've developed some whiz-bang new weapons, so bullies around the world never bother us again.
Huh.
Some whiz bang new weapon.
Well, Jimmy, maybe you should just see for yourself.
That's a fucking
Boy, thanks, mister.
Careful there, sport.
Fat Man launcher or whatever.
The Fat Man Tactical Nuclear Catapult. Enlist now and demo one today.
Demo one today. It's talking through
Traffic is terrible
Past.
and getting worse every day. Go Metro. Avoid pollution, congestion. It's the smart way. Remember, on Sundays, everyone rides free. And now, meet the Metro Protectron.
Tickets, please.
Metro's newest answer to your commuting calamity.
Tickets, please.
He's programmed for speed, efficiency, and friendliness.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's just the video, probably.
Great day.
See why the Metro Protectron makes your commute faster and safer.
Tickets, please.
What does it just kill you if you don't have a ticket? Yeah, what the fuck? Just incinerates you. Ticket, please. No ticket.
The story of too much. Some things are good in small quantities, like cookies, candy, and puppies. As you may know, much of our electricity comes from nuclear energy. In small quantities, this fantastic friend keeps us safe, clean, and happy. But in large quantities, nuclear energy can be harmful. Talk to your family about the effects of nuclear energy. The more you know, the better. This story brought to you by Vault-Tec.
Is that just what they want you to think? Yeah, I still have a fondness for Fallout 3, though, even though it's definitely not the high point of the series.
Tech presents growing up. You are growing up. And other things are changing too.
I gotta say, New Vegas
You know what that means. Pip-Boy
is my
3000.
favorite.
Part of your life.
As controversial as that
All
may
life's answers
seem.
are in sight.
Yeah, I'd like to try out 76 sometime soon. Probably the next few weeks, just because of the show and stuff. I kind of want to make a video about Fallout. Just don't know what it would be about. I'm joking about that being controversial. I don't think it is. I don't even care. It's just a thing. I feel like people, no matter what you say about Fallout, always a point of contention with everybody.
I'm a Vault World inspector. I don't know what I'm gonna be.
Now, finding your future is easy with the Generalized Occupational Aptitude Test. See how easy it is.
I guess mostly because New Vegas is like so incomplete feeling at certain points. It's like, damn, this could have been fucking so sick if they finished it, but for what we got, it's still pretty good. And also, I love the DLC.
Vault-Tec presents
Deal with that Fallout.
Tomorrow's Technology Today.
At Vaultec, we're more than just America's first choice in vault technology. Thanks to military science, we're also your first choice in personal defense.
What do you guys think? Is the
Say
show going to
hello
be any good?
vets and say goodbye to
Kind of
any
like on the fence.
post-nuclear nuisance.
I don't know yet. I think it looks kind of weird in some ways.
Tactical imagery.
Also,
That
Fallout
scans the threat,
being a show, I think is going to be cool.
pinpointing vulnerable areas, calculating success potential, and increasing
I do like Walter
strategic
Goggins a
decisiveness.
lot.
In other words,
Goggins,
VATS
Goggins,
lets
whatever
you
his name
pause
is.
for a moment and makes Mr. Scary go away. With VATS, personal defense is a snap.
Kind of want to even get some of the magic cards. They look cool.
That's the Vaultec assisted targeting system.
Yeah, that one scene that they put
Just
out
one
was
more
very
way
strange.
Vaultec is preparing you and your family for the future.
I think we could probably watch it after this. These Fallout 3 commercials are kind of fucking bizarre. How many of these do they make?
Learn
They air. Were they just like online?
ramen. If provoked while filling one of its 8 stomachs, this two-headed source of
Oh, he's all
nutritious
gross.
protein will not hesitate to disembowel you with one of its 4 horns.
I like that, how it switches between
Bloatfly.
cartoony and like
Bloatfly.
scary art. Bloatfly.
Bloatfly. A shrill scream serves as the only warning before this oversized pest delivers a colony of maggot eggs into your belly.
Yeah. They're such little
Feral
bitches in
ghoul.
the game, though. Just a guy.
Feral ghoul.
Why would they have cartoons in the
Feral
future
ghoul.
animals? This is magic.
In a constant fit of madness, this human husk's one wish is to dine on your tender flesh.
Oh.
Giant ant. Giant ant. Giant ant.
Why is he saying it so many times?
Oversized and prepared to tussle, this loyal soldier's bone-snapping mandibles protect and feed the hill's queen. Mirelurk.
I
Mirelurk.
like the art for that. Yeah, it's like he's saying it to the
Mirelurk.
kids. Pronounce it with me.
Mirelurk. This unfriendly fishman is no lifeguard, attacking humans on sight and dragging their lifeless bodies to a watery grave.
You think Mirelurks were people?
Mole rat.
Look at him, he's kind of cute.
Mole rat.
Mole rat.
Over 50 pounds of buck-toothed filth. These rotund rodents leave a path of death and disease wherever they go.
Mole rats are real, aren't they?
Rad roach. Rad roach. Rad roach. Rad roach.
Red roach.
In the light, this louse will.
Don't they
do
keep
you
finding
no
like things
harm,
about cancer
but
from
in the den of
mole
darkness,
rats, like
the
cures and
swarm
stuff?
will trample you underfoot.
They're very, very resistant to cancer. Very interesting.
Rat scorpion.
I don't know if that was like supposed to be like a
Scorpion.
reference to Fallout in some way, like why they would adapt to the world so well.
If this pony-sized insect stinger doesn't murder you, its pincers will. Yaoguai.
Yaguai.
Yaoguai. Yaoguai.
Why are they called Yaguai?
With a growling stomach and a cranky mood, this deranged bear's razor-sharp claws will leave your warm intestines dangling.
Yeah, but why did it get a Chinese name? I don't understand. I mean, obviously the Chinese were invading and blowing up the world, but something about Chinese internment camp prisoners calling them that, and it just like carried to America. That's because it was in the internment camps. Of course, of course. Interesting. That's actually a really interesting detail, honestly.
Isn't it grand? Peace, freedom.
I just think it would be bizarre that there'd be that many Chinese soldiers that they would be able to affect the linguistics of the future. You know what I mean? After the world ended,
Where will you be when the
to
atomic
name
bombs fall?
creature in post-apocalyptic world.
You can secure your
I just think that there's some interesting implications about that they would actually be able to name something
Act now, and your family can
that would
wait out
carry
the horrors
like
of
that,
nuclear
you
devastation.
know?
And Doris, the vault will have all the amenities of your modern-day home, and it's attractive. And Sally, in the vault, you might meet that special someone.
Yeah, well, the whole world is
Just as you were on the
fucked in
surface.
Fallout,
In a few short
basically.
years, you and your fellow vault dwellers will repopulate our
I mean, you got to think about mutually assured
You'll
destruction,
have lots of swell kids to play
which
with.
is a real thing.
Reserve your family
Basically,
spot in a state-of-the-art
Fallout is kind of built
underground
on.
vault today. Sign up now and prepare.
Basically, once one country launches their bombs, the other country launches their bombs, then everyone launches their bombs, and then everyone's dead. That's kind of like the idea of Fallout. That's what happened. No one knows even who fired the first missile. There's like a bunch of different lore about it, but it's all implied to be pretty ambiguous. Where it even could be like the aliens could have done it. At certain points, they imply.
Nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these.
Yeah, that was like one of the big worries during the Cold War, was just like, hey, once one of these bombs goes off,
special.
the other country's going to shoot all of their bombs, basically targeting all their major,
In the
you know,
wasteland, essential supplies
economic
will be
centers
scarce.
and military
When an item of value is found,
points of interest and stuff like that.
close
And
away
then that's
from
how the world would
bullies.
end.
The stronger you are, the more you can carry. Be sure to know your limits, or you may find it challenging to escape
That guy.
from hazardous scenarios, no matter how strong you are. There are other situations where you may find yourself in close proximity to unfriendly neighbors. For such cases, you must learn to defend yourself.
That's a really
using
cool. I
your
love when
natural
games let you do
strength.
that. They give you a little something to do with the install going on.
Anything sharp. Or
Installing
sturdy
games back in the
enough to
day used to
swing.
take like so
Get
long too.
creative with your implement, but stay
It used to be so
reasonable.
exciting installing like StarCraft for the first time.
That can further
All the
enhance
different like
your
images
innate
coming up
vigor.
and stuff. Which was so sick.
The greater your strength, the greater the impact. But remember, some moments require more than muscle.
I love how it has like a Ren and Stimpy look almost to some of the
Keep doing your
characters.
chin-ups and push-ups
Oop.
because there's more strength can do for you. Swing for the fences like the pros, crafting specialized protective gear to keep, or building clever weapons to wield it. Regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question,
Fallout
do
4's
you
modding
know
scene's
what
pretty
makes
dope.
you special?
There's a couple channels that just like highlight mods. You can make like a really spooky Fallout 4 heavily modded game. It's sick. I'm too lazy to get around to it, but yeah, you can do some cool shit. You can basically make your game into like a crazy Silent Hill, scary fucking nightmare. It's so cool.
May fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7
Better
defining
understand.
attributes that make you special. Machine that can resist the harmful effects of radiation. Fellow man can provide.
I'm kind of good with the
You will
Fallout
find
4
that
ones.
even wild A
I
nuclear
wanted to watch like
blast
old
and
ones. All right, let's watch something else. Oh no, now I want donuts. Did you guys have this? I didn't. Wish I did. Yo. A waste of donuts. Those look fucking amazing. They got a twist right there.
I wish he wouldn't do that.
New Hot Wheels Crash CD-ROM works with Windows 95 or
That's why I'm so fat, man. Donuts. I just can't stop. They're so good. Browsing video games at a software etc. store in 2002. Tear you to pieces. You see his reflection. What the fuck was software etc.? I never heard of that.
Fight the people.
It's fucking Duke. Loves it. That kid's still an Xbox gamer.
Looks into the back. It's got a phone jack and broadband.
How much he provided like he did with Dreamcast?
I was kind of hoping there's going to be the big PC boxes. It's too late for that. A few. They're like kind of mid-size. Oh, hell yeah.
Full of incredible
Game
features
Shark.
to enhance your gaming, including thousands of PlayStation 2 cheat codes. Now you can beat almost any PlayStation 2 game, including Metal Gear Solid 2. A powerful movie player that allows you to play DVD movies from any region on your PS2. Game Shark 2 version 2 even has the power to remove the annoying green screen effect you normally get when trying to watch DVD movies on a PlayStation 2 via RGB or SCART. A sophisticated memory card manager that can free up more memory card space by shrinking the size of your game saves. A bonus CD packed with thousands of cheats for PlayStation 1 games. And support for a range of exciting add-ons to help you get the most out of your game.
I honestly didn't like Metal Gear Solid 2 when it came out, and I never really beaten it to this day. Like, I've watched people play it, but
take control of the action. Activate powerful cheats such as
I had no idea what it was about going into it, and when I found out that you weren't Solid Snake, I was like, fuck this.
Only Game Shark 2 version 2 can let you
It's
play
like a
all the way
fucking
through to the
15-year-old or however old I was.
This essential gaming gadget comes preloaded with thousands of exclusive cheats covering nearly every PlayStation
Then I
2 game.
never
New codes for the latest
like
games
heard
are
about
available
Metal
at
Gear
www.gameshark.com
again until like
every
2010.
month. Game Shark 2 version 2 stores all your new codes on its own special cartridge.
I just
No
love
memory
Snake.
card is required.
Obviously, that was a pretty dumb way to be, so should just play the fucking game. Regret it, but oh well. Dude, it was so fucking sick. Playing Halo with a bunch of people. The ladies just getting filmed outside the game store. That was not a very interesting video.
With Tonka Search and Rescue CD-ROM. Being a Tonka hero is all in a day's work.
Tonka Search and Rescue. It's time to save the day.
PC, color printer, and truck sold separately.
PC sold separately.
Solve the carnival mystery. Join with Team Detective Barbie. Amy, with your help, we can save Ken. We'll find him, Barbie. The crime computer saves you time.
Fucking Ken got kidnapped by the cartel.
Find secret pathways, ride the rides, and search around. Cool. To find the bad guy. I figured it out. Gotcha. You solve the game and save the day. It's different every time you play. Detective Barbie CD-ROM works with your
I've actually never heard of that game. Wonder if Brutal Moose will play it.
Open your mind to new Dungeons & Dragons computer game from Mattel Electronics. It will lead your imagination down a dungeon labyrinth wherein lies the dragon's treasure. Steal his treasure, but make no false moves. For in Dungeons & Dragons, a dead end...
The dragon's farting.
A dead end. New Dungeons & Dragons from Mattel Electronics.
It seems like a pretty ambitious idea. Oh my god, the quality of this is so bad.
Where do you think you are? Funko Land?
Yo, what the fuck? This is at the very end of that video. That's the fucking evil lady from Wife Swap. She's from an episode of Wife Swap about like the devil. It'd be a kind of funny emote. Maybe someday. Da-da-da. All right. Now what? More free, half the price. Well. Let's check out. You can go back to that back shit, I suppose. Or you know what we have here that's pretty funny? Who the fuck is it?
Doctor? Well, they're big and small, strong and weak, ugly and shifty, beautiful and sleek. They hop, they jump, they slither and slide, come out in the open and they run and hide. It takes all kinds to live in Bug City. Some are weird and some are pretty. Come
You guys like
on
bugs?
down. Let's meet in Bug City. Don't let them bug you. There's nothing to be afraid of. Bugs can be fun. We're all friends here. So come on down. Let's meet in Bug City.
You're gonna be surprised by this. That's right. I just think this is hilarious. It's supposed to have been like what after Casper? Yeah, I'll be in the bug show. I'll be in your bug show. All right. How about I want to watch something spooky. How about Frankenhooker? I don't know if I can play that on stream.
Hey, Hulkamaniacs, you proved to the Hulkster that you're a true Hulkamaniac by renting my new movie, Suburban Commando, one of the greatest movies the Hulkster's ever appeared in. Now I'm going to tell you about another big hit, the Hulk Hogan WWF Wrestling Challenge Game. By dialing 1-900-454-HULK, you can hear my daily Power Pack messages, giving you the latest scoops on the WWF. Plus, you can play my Hulk Hogan WWF Wrestling Challenge Game, where I'll be your manager for the match of your life, as you wrestle against the biggest and the baddest dudes in the WWF, like Ric Flair and The Undertaker and others. You could win and be eligible for a drawing for a great prize, including a grand prize and all-expense-paid trip to meet me in person. Remember, the cost of the call is $1.49 for the first minute and 99 cents for each additional minute. If you're under 18, make sure you have your mom or your dad's permission.
Do you think he ever
calling.
answered any of the calls?
What you gonna do when Suburban Commando and then Hulk Hogan WWF Wrestling Challenge Game run wild on you?
No, you don't think so? Ooh. There's some good shit here. San Jose White Zombie Show. What the fuck? Here we go. Okay, we'll just watch this. Yo, also Squee Jam. You fucking resubbed 36 minutes ago and I missed it. For that 2 months, dude. Appreciate you. Sorry, I missed that. Thank you for all those resubs and subs. Helps out a lot. Lets me do this for longer. More often. So thanks for that, guys.
Saw it.
Don't want to see it.
Don't want to see it.
Can't wait around to see it.
Video was great. Hey, thanks for saying that, dude.
Video. It's the only way to get what you want to watch
Oh, T2.
when you want to watch it. Action, adventure, horror, comedy, drama, suspense, romance. Great entertainment. Always a great
She was about to
value.
uncross her legs. Is that part of Basic Instinct? Was that part. Tree stand safety. Yes. Tree stand safety. Well, of course. We have all sorts of ghosts here. Anything paranormal in this shit? Talking cats. How's this lady? Communications.
What a
Hello.
great day for a garage sale. Oh, hi there. And the coffee's on, lots of stuff at unbelievable prices. And look at all these customers. I haven't had this many people in my garage since the Vice Squad raided Fang's going out of marriage party. I've been having fun with garage sales and yard sales for years. So I've put together some of my secrets along with tips from people around the country who clean up at garage sales. And I'll show you how to do it right. Now that means having fun while you make the money. And who knows more about turning
I hope we have, like,
into cash than me? I've been doing
healthy
it for
supply of old ladies like this in the future. Like, I hope this type of old lady didn't die out.
Well, about 2 weeks ago, I decided to have another one. When I dared to go where no man had gone before. My hall closet. That's about a 6 on the Richter scale. Oh, I'll never forget it. Christmas of '63. That was a rough one. Poor Rudolph never saw that landmine. And look.
Damn, Rudolph died.
Oh, a love letter from Tom Selleck. Ooh.
Tom Selleck was banging this old lady.
Who cares? But when a house needs a good clean, and the closets are bulging, and the attic's sagging, and the basement is rising, when the junk starts to take over, it's time to turn old into gold. Now, it's time to get organized. Does that strike fear into your heart? It shouldn't. All you need is a calendar, a Sunday paper, one of these, and a pen.
Yeah, but she's not middle-aged.
Pick a date. Actually, when I pick my weekend, I check the paper for any major sporting or television. Or if my neighbor Marge is getting married again. Or if I'm getting married again. If you're a working person like me, give yourself about 2 weeks lead time. Takes me that long to put on my makeup. Make a checklist. It's the best way I know to avoid
Another Tom
last-minute
Selleck joke.
snags. Let's see now. Set the date. Check newspaper for conflicts. Insurance and laws. Aha! A little tete-a-tete with my insurance agent, Bruno. Just in case of any accidents at my sale. Luckily, he also knows the
You kidding me?
Bruno's Insurance. If you want insurance,
Who the fuck calls their insurance company for a tag sale?
Hi, Bruno. It's Phyllis Diller. them I'll just read my homeowner's policy tonight during WrestleMania.
Bruno as a name is ruined,
Sure,
isn't
I'm
it?
covered if some hunk trips on my chaise lounge and breaks his heart over me. Let's see now. You know, my garage sales always create a minor stampede. And you know the cars have to park somewhere. So I better let the neighbors know. They may want to sell some.
Yeah, Bruno Mars. Good
Mark,
point.
hello? Hi, it's Phyllis Diller. Phyllis, your neighbor, Phyllis Diller. No, I didn't take your newspaper. Oh, I'm having another garage sale. And you remember that Dolly Parton umbrella with the extended visor? Did I borrow that? When I was having which facelift?
Love this like Muppet show music.
Jackpot. Mark
He's basically a
has
Muppet.
items to add to the sale. I think
Mostly leather.
it's a Volkswagen. Darling stuff. Baby Huey's finally stopped wearing these to the office. You know, infants and children's clothing are a great draw. I didn't have any, but Marge did, so we're in business. Would you look at this pup tent? Oh, it's a maternity dress. Another very hot item for your garage sale. These cost a lot new. And at garage sale prices, maternity clothes are a great attention getter in your newspaper ad. Let's see now. Set the
Are they?
date, check. Newspaper,
Yeah, I guess everyone's
check.
always looking for that shit.
Insurance, check. Neighbors, I got it covered. Now the fun begins. It's like a treasure hunt. We're off to the cupboards and the closets, the cabinets, the drawers, the shelves, the attic, the basement, nooks and crannies, everywhere. As I turn galoshes into gold and curtains into cash. I know what a nook is, but what's a cranny? Do you know what'll sell?
I don't know, you tell me.
And you know where to look? Everywhere. Oh, looky here. T-set. I'll polish this up. It'll go like that. Sure, it'll sell. Oh my goodness. The outfit that I wore to my last facelift. Would you believe it?
The fuck is that?
I'll never wear this again. So even though it has
It's like a shower curtain.
me, I'll sell it. Here we go. When in doubt, put it out. And now that you got the closet empty, aha, what a great time to do a real thorough cleaning job. Okay? Now, it's just a suggestion. I picked one convenient spot to put everything. This way I get a better sense of what I have, and I'm not forever tripping over things. Whoops, a little rib. Now here's what
Man,
you do.
people had to been pretty fucking dumb to be like, I don't know how to do a tag sale. I'm gonna get this video about it.
Blouse come from one of the better stores? If so, you'll want to say so on the price tag. Or if it's got a designer
Look at
tag,
this fucking
put
shirt.
that on the
Being
price tag
true.
also. The name
A
of the
sleeve.
design. My, what a beautiful sweater. But in July, who's thinking winter? So here's what you do. Price it to sell now or save it for your fall sale. If it's already on a hanger, leave it on a hanger. And if it's in a cleaner's bag, leave it in the bag. And check the pockets for money, notes. Strange. Thing doesn't go to Fat Jack's motel. Maybe he was lost. And maybe I'll be the next Miss America.
Husband cheating.
Now, if your kids are old
Nope.
enough, encourage them to get involved with the sale. What I'm about to say now is rated PG. Please, God, will you turn that music down? See how well that worked. This used to be my kids' room. Now it's where my three nieces torture me.
My
Some
husband.
things change, but never the body.
She's like Rodney
Hey,
Dangerfield.
you guys in there, are you ready for the garage sale? Is your stuff ready? Garage sale time! Oh, Marie Antoinette, this is it?
But that's all we could find.
Look, kids, I'm gonna make you a deal. Whatever comes out of this room and sells in the sale, you get to keep the money.
Yeah. All right. That's your usual 10%, Auntie Phyllis.
Oh, please. I think I lost half my hearing, but you poor thing, you lost it all. Of all the things you can possibly
fucked
do
up.
to enhance the appeal of your sale items, the most important is cleanliness. Take a bath. Teasing. Now, crumpled and musty, practically worthless. Clean and neatly folded, 50 cents. That was written in a phone booth next to my name.
Take a bath, bitch.
Oh, the playground. Into the washer. Some things you just have to iron. Believe me, it's worth it. Take it from somebody who knows a lot about wrinkles. Most of the supplies you'll need for a money-making garage sale are already in your house. Marking pens, scissors, scotch tape, masking tape. But like these,
It's funny because she joked about being old, but then I think about the wrinkles and I'm like, ugh.
and every garage sale item, from sofas to salt shakers, gets one of these little beauties. White for Martha's stuff and blue for mine. They match my eyes and my legs. Now that I have everything collected, all I've got to do is get it out of here and into here. God, I'm good. This is the garage. It's also Fang's room. Wait till he finds out there are other rooms in the house. But in the meantime, it's the showroom for our sale. So let's
92? That's
where
it?
to put it and how to price
That should be like
it.
120.
Merchandise properly displayed is half sold. I like to start with men's clothing and then work my way up to their wallets. Now, you'll need a rack like this for the things you want to hang. It's nothing more than a ladder, a few feet of rope, and a closet dowel from the lumberyard. Now, I found that using clotheslines, everything sags in the middle. And I know about sagging in the middle. And it's not.
God damn, bitch. She does not give a fuck.
Next, women's and children's clothing. I don't know why I'm hanging up these kids' things. They never did. Now, when I price these items, I generally figure 1/10 of whatever I paid. Now, this dress cost $100 new. I'll price it at $10. Now, that's
What is
fair. It's a
that,
bargain.
man?
That's why people come to garage sales. What? You'd like to try it on? No problem. Very simple. Another dowel, a shower curtain, and a piece of carpet, and voila! A changing room and a full-length mirror. You'd think after 15 facelifts, that would stop. Aha, aha. You know, the
Damn.
other 364 days of the year, this is a workbench. It's where Fang uses a
It's like
chainsaw
so
to
self.
carve my
He's
homemade
oh my god, I can't even talk.
But this weekend, it's a display table, which I've covered with inexpensive white butcher paper. I priced and marked the sizes as I went along. It's best
Oh,
to
she
arrange
passed.
clothing by sex
I
and
thought they
size
meant
group,
that she was still
or
alive.
with soft music.
85. Damn, dude.
Bloomingdale's.
Yeah, the
keep
self
your
depreciation
heart out.
is
I've grouped
too
some
funny.
great stuff here. Now, once all my items are laid out, I mark what
That's a
fits
beat, dude.
For instance, if it hasn't worked in years like Fang, say so. Pricing here is a little different. For small appliances or furniture, I normally ask 1/5 of what it sells for in the store today. Every item, no matter how large or small, gets a price tag. Now, you may not always get the price you ask for, but ask it. Now, keep in mind, too, that on the second day of your sale, if some items aren't moving, cut the price. Remember books? They were real big before Dallas and Dynasty. Books go spine side
I love
up
this
so
instrumental in
shoppers
the
can easily
background.
read the titles without messing up your display. A good pricing guideline is 25 cents for paperbacks and $1 for hardbacks. Now, collections and reference books, the good stuff, should be priced slightly higher and definitely placed away from the latest Jackie Collins Kiss and Kill novel. And make sure
I don't know what
that
that
everything
means.
is dusted. And how did this get by? Oh, dear. Oh, the joys of sex. Oh, and
Wow.
these records. A good idea is 50 cents, 75 cents. But oh, how I hate to part with this one at any price. Pavarotti salutes Madonna. Now, you're bound to wind up with a lot of miscellaneous items that defy description, like my hot banana soup. But just group together what you can. Otherwise, try grouping according to price, like 25 cents, 50 cents. Wait a minute. How did this get in here? It's ridiculous. That's one of my original faces. If nobody
What the
knows about
fuck,
your garage
dude?
sale, you could spend the entire day talking to your schnauzer, Eugene. Now, the classifieds are your best way to reach people. And your best buy, the local paper, and any neighborhood weeklies. These little giveaways often run your ad free. When I write my ad, I think of the many scripts I've been offered. Then I write my ad anyway. Center in bold print your general location and the neighborhood or suburb. Then whet the reader's appetite with any big-ticket items you have. Furniture, antiques, appliances, your 60-foot luxury yacht. Then clothing. If you have it, mention infants and kids' clothes. And larger women's sizes. Be sure to put the word clean in parentheses after listing clothes. Follow it with housewares and the words much, much more. Complete the ad with the sales days and the hours. Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
I guess it's still pretty relevant information now, honestly.
But I do make sacrifices for my sales. And always state cash only, no checks. Then put your address and simple directions if needed, and definitely don't include your phone number, although I always do. Now, the newspaper runs on their own schedule, so call the classified ad department at least a week before your sale to make certain when they must have your ad. For the front yard, big, bold, and just begging for you to stop. And that goes for the sign, too. I got these hot colors at the stationer's store. Place these at key locations on main thoroughfares, turns, at intersections, streets close by, and in your neighborhood. And this one I put by my doorbell. Okay, almost ready for the sale. I filled my coffee pot with unleaded, picked up lots of change and small bills from the bank, but more important, I'm wearing my most sensible shoes. I got them at Mr. Rogers' garage sale. Better do a last-minute double check. Okay, set the date, check newspaper for conflicts, insurance and laws, neighbors, start diet, no. Bags and boxes, clean closets, nooks and crannies, price tags and stickers, marking pens, poster board, Tom Selleck's phone number, yeah. Wash clothes, clean garage, get mirror, extension cord, send kids to Bora Bora. Pocket calculator, wooden dowels and ladders, shelving, white butcher paper, extra card table, coffee pot and styrofoam cups. Write ad, make up signs, bank, let's go to the bank for change and bills, call charity for Monday a.m. pickup, place the signs. I'm in business. Let the sale begin. Oh, hi there. My customers are my guests. A cup of coffee and a smile go a long way. And a little patience helps, too. I'll show you what I mean.
$1 for this lady? How about $1 for this? Tell you what I'll do. I'll give you $1 for this. How about it? Will you take $1?
Chances are the dollar guy may show up at your sale, too. And you know what? He's really your friend. I've still got the big stuff, and he's parted with a lot of dollars. And you know they do add up.
Have no fear, neighbor Marge is here.
Oh, lucky me.
Oh, sorry, Phyllis. Little Tommy was on the potty, and the sitter was late. And, when I tried to leave, there was such a horrible tantrum.
She's got to find a sitter who doesn't throw tantrums. You know, if kids are
The
old
fuck
enough
is
to need
happening?
real help, fine. Otherwise, they should be at the sitters or at grandma's. Or in the case of Marge's kids, the French Foreign Legion.
Oh, $5?
Great, thank you.
Wonderful, Phyllis. Oh, good luck on Tommy's on second thought.
Time out. Blankets back to the rack, $5 back to the customer. You've got to be firm but fair.
Excuse me, could I go inside and use your telephone?
Hey, lady, can I use your bathroom, please?
Could we have a drink of water, please?
Tough calls, but for safety and security, you have got to tell people that the sales area is limited to the garage and yard only. As for the water, that we can do.
This toast?
Yes, yes, this toast toasts.
But how can I tell? It's not plugged in.
Ha! But wait. Plug it in and find out for yourself. You see, it's always
Be funny if she was just like, no, fuck off.
Extension cord handy, and it saves all that crawling around on the table looking for an outlet.
Mind if I set these here? I've spotted a few more things, and I'll need a receipt too, please.
My checkout table is a great place for customers to unload an armful, and my handy calculator for quick, accurate totals, a receipt book, and be sure to find out if you're required to collect sales tax. Oh, this guy must be a plastic surgeon. One of these books is on body and
Fuck
sensory
that.
All sales are cash only, so I keep it on me at all times. A cigar box is too easy to walk away with. Of course, that means you'll have to keep your cigars on you at all times, too. Haggling, bargaining, negotiating, wheeling and dealing, no matter what you call it, it's all part of the fun of the garage sale.
How much for this?
$20, it's marked.
Yeah, I know, but what do you take for it?
In round numbers, $20.
Yeah, I feel like Price Master's pretty well known at this point.
Look, I'll go as low as 15 and I'll throw in this beautiful picture frame.
Does the picture go with it?
Absolutely.
In that case, make it $4.
Sometimes you do have to reduce your price. But the hardliner does stick to what he wants to pay. Maybe he'll change his mind, maybe not. Or maybe you'll decide to sell at his price. That's up to you. But once you've made your decision, don't look back. Hi, can I help you?
Doesn't work, does it?
Well, the last time I checked, it did.
You're never gonna get $100 for this. The case is all scratched. Look at the color. She's got pink hair.
It's supposed to be pink. She's a rock singer.
I don't know. I was really looking for something bigger. And the finish doesn't really go with my furniture. What if I get home and this doesn't work?
It works now. That's the best I can do.
Yeah, I know. Just like all the other garage sales. Once it leaves here, you don't care, huh?
Some people just need a little patience. But don't be upset by rock.
Yeah, it's a fucking garage sale, you heard.
By putting an item out for sale, you've made it very clear that you don't want it anymore. So bargain. But always let the buyer
Go down to fucking Best Buy if you want a new TV. Jesus fucking Christ.
Just might increase his first offer.
100, huh? Okay, I'll take it.
You're a good boy. Oh, boy, is this day going fast. Only 30 minutes left to go and only a few items left to sell. I guess you know what that means. Attention, K-Diller shoppers. Attention! The sale will be closing in 30 minutes. All items are now 1/2 off the marked price. Line up, folks.
I don't give a shit!
Wow.
$3?
Do you, though?
And thank you very much. And don't miss my next garage.
Is that Tom Selleck?
Thank yous mean a lot. Don't ever forget that. Thanks for coming by. I know your garage sale will be as successful as mine. With the right preparation, organization, and presentation, and of course your gorgeous good looks, you too can have a
What if she was like, you could buy all my clothes
buy and happy sale.
till I have none left? And everyone throws the clothes back at her. Everyone throws all the clothes they bought at the tag sale back at her. Right? That would be a good joke for the show. I can't. These fucking slide whistles the fuck out of my life. Can't do it. Nope. Nope, I don't think so. Okay. We could check out something else for a little while, maybe. How about? Damn, I think like Juan C gave up. He haven't posted a video in like a month. Jesus. And Satan. I'm good. No, that's not what I wanted. Here we go.
It was 2 years
Commercial
ago.
just started.
I was called in to do the night shift, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. at 7-Eleven, since somebody called out. The store was located on a busy road in a rather quiet and rural area. During the night shift, you could expect anywhere from 10 to 20 people come in to buy
Green
beer
apple
or something
cigarettes.
else. This one particular night, there was this one guy, mid-20s, that came in. He started making weird noises, like loud yelling noises. I assumed he had some kind of mental disability. In fact, my brother has a mental disability, so I immediately felt sympathy for the guy. He walked up to the counter without any items, with his head facing me, but his eyes were looking up at the ceiling. I felt uncomfortable. I honestly didn't know how to deal with it. I tried speaking with him, but he only responded in loud noises. I kept checking if he was with someone outside, but he was alone. There weren't any cars in the parking lot, so I assumed he walked. He stood there for so long, looking up at the ceiling and making noises, that I tried to get him out by handing him a bag of chips and telling him he can go. I tried finding some kind of number to call for someone to help him. Then, out of nowhere, he finally turned around and walked out of the store. I felt so horrible for the man, but at the same time, I felt a bit creeped out. About an hour later, the phone on the counter
Felt a
rang.
bit creeped out.
I picked up to hear the familiar yelling sounds of the man from earlier. It caught me off guard. I didn't know what to think, other than this has to be some kind of prank. I hung up on them and was now becoming paranoid of my surroundings, constantly checking the outside through the windows. Come 4 o'clock, the person working after me came in, finally allowing for me to go home. It wasn't my problem anymore. I got home and threw all my stuff on the table, ready to get to sleep. But my phone rang within a minute after entering the door. I felt a chill run down my spine. Why would someone be calling at 4 a.m.? I could only imagine it was bad news.
About who?
I braced myself and picked up the phone to hear the man again. I felt sick to my stomach as I listened to the loud noises he made. I struggled to slam the phone to the receiver. All night I felt like I was being watched, even with all the blinds shut. And I could swear I heard strange noises coming from all over my house. I refused to get any sleep until the sun came up. Weeks passed and I had forgotten about the incident, until one day, when going into the basement for the first time in a while, I found that papers had been scattered all over the floor, and when I went into the basement closet, I found writing on the walls. 7-Eleven had been written in Sharpie on the wall, along with the address to the 7-Eleven I worked at and my house address. The most disturbing part, I also found various kitchen knives along with a large pocket knife sitting in the closet. What started out as seemingly just an innocent person turning into something of a prank.
7-Eleven, 7-Eleven,
ultimately turned into something
7-Eleven!
horrifying. He had been living down there for God knows how long, and I'm just grateful that, for whatever reason, he changed his mind and left, because I haven't seen or heard from him since. All I can say is that man is dangerously ill.
I just hated 7-Eleven so much. I mean, I don't blame him. The place does suck. Yeah, the Slurpees are really it. It's the only redeeming quality.
It was approaching the end of summer,
and my friends and I wanted to do some cool, mischievous things before going back to school. So, we had the genius idea one night to sneak into a nearby community pool. It was actually only a couple blocks away.
Nah, the shit's like
It's
10
right
years
smack
old.
in the middle of a residential
Never
area.
AI generated.
So instead of sitting on a main road or something, it actually just sat around a bunch of houses on a quiet road. During a hot day, the little parking lot would be full and the spot would be bustling. But at 1 in the morning, the place was of course dead. There's obviously a big fence surrounding the whole front entrance, as well as a cage that gets closed up when the place closes. So our best way was to get in through the side. We snuck into the backyard of a neighboring house and hopped the fence over to
Yes,
the pool.
it's
It
just
was as
Family
easy
Guy
as that.
kind of.
The 4 of us took off our shirts and jumped into the pool, which in retrospect wasn't smart, since any of the neighbors could have heard the splashes and just called the police. But we were dumb high schoolers. It was very, very dark within that whole enclosing. This pool had no lights, which is why it closed at sunset. James, Courtney, and Alyssa were on the other side of the pool, as I was just kind of doing my own thing at first, swimming around and getting my face wet. I saw Alyssa get out of the pool shortly after and run away.
Yeah, just like
I swam
getting my
over to
face
see what was
wet.
going on. She was just going to the water fountain, though. The 3 of us just bopped around in the water for a bit, and eventually we heard Alyssa jump back into the pool from the other side. It was too dark to see much more than her black hair covering her face. But just then we heard Alyssa playfully call something to us as she was walking back to the pool. The 3 of us in the pool looked at each other. I know they were doing the same thing as me, counting heads. There were 3 of us on this side of the pool, and here came Alyssa walking over to our side. So who was that on the other side? Alyssa got in, but the 3 of us were distracted, looking at the head bopping around the water across the pool. James said across the pool, "Who is that?" Not even 2 seconds later, the head went underwater.
But then
and
who was
disappeared
Pool?
from view. We took this time to whisper to each other, mostly things like, what should we do? What if that's security? And should we run? Suddenly I felt something grab my leg with force and tried pulling me down into the water. I kicked, splashed, and yelled for help. James came over to pull me out of the pool, while the girls were already running for it, screaming. It wasn't until I got to the stairs of the pool that the grip on my leg was released and I was free. We hopped the same fence we climbed over to get in and ran all the way back to Alyssa's house. I was convinced that whoever that was a security guard. That is, until they literally tried to pull me under the water. We don't know what to think. There are a few possibilities. Maybe it was just another kid messing with us, maybe it was a security guard who went way too far, or most likely, it was a dangerous person who had ill intent.
Or maybe it was the boogeyman.
Three months after I turned 16 in 2005, I got my first car, a '99 Toyota Camry. On a warm
Always
Saturday
a
night,
Camry.
when my friend Alex invited me over to one of his friend's big parties, I knew I wouldn't be in a condition to drive the Camry home afterward. So we carpooled with Alex's girlfriend, Brianna. We lived in the countryside of Virginia, meaning less big parties. Meaning when there was a big party, it was a huge deal and everyone would go. We lived about 5 to 10 minutes away from this kid's house. I knew where he lived as I was acquainted with him, but not exactly friends. The whole ride there, we took the same 2-lane highway type road through the woods, and this kid's house was actually on this road further down. At certain points on this road, there were a few houses on either side, and then it would just go back to being a long, empty highway again. The house was tiny, like a lot of houses around the area, but the party was held outside anyways, since his closest neighbors were relatively far away, and noise wasn't an issue. I'll skip most of the party up until the point that Brianna, who was supposed to be our designated driver, had to suddenly leave for a small family emergency. Alex said it was fine and that we'd find a ride home. Well, fast forward another few hours and another few drinks, and I could barely even walk straight. I checked my watch,
That's not
and it was
good.
like 2 in the morning. I figured it was time to go.
I started looking for Alex, but I couldn't find him anywhere. In fact, it seemed like everybody I knew had already left. I could barely even think straight, but I was still furious at the fact that Alex could have actually left without me. I asked to use the party host's phone and dialed Alex's home number. After 2 tries, I gave up and then realized I shouldn't wake his family up. So, literally not knowing what else to do, I dizzily stepped out onto the road and began walking back home. I knew this walk would take anywhere from half an hour to an hour in my condition.
Seems like a bad idea.
Maybe after 15 minutes of walking down the road, the slight shine of car headlights on the road was fading in from behind me. Jumping for joy inside, I lifted up my arm and stuck out my thumb. As the car neared, it slowed down and came to a stop right next to me. The man driving the '98 Ford Explorer rolled down the window and asked where you headed. I told him my house was just down the road and beyond a right turn, probably slurring my words beyond comprehension. He chuckled and told me to hop in. I thanked him and joyously hopped into the truck. I was exhausted, and I remember completely disregarding
headed?
things the guy was asking me because I was so close to just passing out. And that's what happened. The memories of being in that truck turned to a fog as I'm sure I passed out. The next thing I remember, I woke up still in the moving truck. The guy looked at me and laughed, but didn't say anything. I looked around and realized the road we were on wasn't familiar. I nervously asked, where are we going? He then said, so what were you doing out this late anyway? As the man answered my very straightforward question with another irrelevant question, the sobering reality of the situation hit me. You can let me out anywhere, I told the man. The man responded with a firm no. I felt like throwing up as he said that. No, I really actually felt like I was going to throw up. I started to gag as I felt more and more nauseous by the second. The man took his eyes off the road to look at me, and that's when I thought of the perfect distraction. I turned in his direction
actually a good way
as
to,
I
like,
continued to gag,
get
and
away
he
from
started to
someone.
kind of lean away and slow down the car. Thankfully, I drank as much as I did because I finally threw up and made a point of doing it all over the man's lap. The man yelled in frustration and stopped the car, and that's when I took it upon myself to run for my life into the woods and duck behind a few bushes. The man came following into the woods with a flashlight, and on 2 separate occasions, he shined the light straight over me without noticing.
If you don't know what to do, just
Eventually,
puke.
I heard his footsteps
Shit.
walk even further into the woods past me. That was when I
Roll
ran
on
back
it.
to his truck, but unfortunately, he was smart enough to lock
Those
it.
animal instincts kick in.
By some miracle, I saw another car approaching in the distance, and I ran out into the middle of the street, waving my arms like a lunatic. The car tried to avoid me, but I wouldn't let it. They were forced to stop, and I yelled at them to help me before they came back. Once I told them that I was kidnapped by the man who was driving
Got
that Ford
crazy
Explorer,
eyes.
the driver agreed to give me a lift. Not to the police station or anything, but to my house.
Wouldn't recommend it.
I made it back safely, where I couldn't thank the driver enough. I immediately woke up my
So
parents
I
and told them.
vomited on
My
them,
dad wanted to
too.
know if I got his tag number.
Then I puked on my dad.
And then I felt like punching myself in the face.
Then I puked on my
I failed to get the
dad's dad.
simplest information from the guy that would have allowed me to actually properly report him.
The new driver also
All I knew was that he drove a faded blue '99 Ford Explorer. I made sure to give Alex a piece of my mind, and part of me always held a grudge against him ever since, just for abandoning me at a party without telling me.
Cool guy.
I haven't seen him in 4 years now, however, and this was actually the first time I even thought about this incident for almost a year now. As time goes on, even the worst of memories may start to fade, but after writing this to share with the internet, it's once again fresh in my mind.
In the flesh. Incredible. All right, everybody. Believe might be a good time to wrap it up for the night. I appreciate you all hanging out and being here. I will be around tomorrow too. At some point. And once again, thank you for all those subs and resubs. Really means a lot. And thank you for just being here and chatting and hanging out with me. It also means a lot. Thank you for being cool. Thank you for being cool and hanging out with me. You're all pretty cool. All right, guys. Like I said, I'll be around tomorrow. Most likely at some point. If not, the normal time. Drop off a follow. Come on back. Also, we got the video I just posted last week or so. If you want something to check out, go take a look at that. And we got a bunch of playlists for YouTube stuff. I'd like to point out. So we do have like a 900-hour Jeff TV list. 900 hours of just us watching YouTube and hanging out. There it is. 900 plus hours. Come by the Discord. Got a good little tiny community there. I've had the Discord for like 10 years. It's been pretty quiet these days. We got a lot of people hanging. It's dormant. So it'd be cool to see people come by and hang out and want to chat a little bit. We appreciate everyone who does start up conversations there and chills. We're doing a new Zomboid server soon too, so it'll all be through that server. Come on by the Discord. Also, that's where I announce all my streams, so you'll be notified right away when I go live. Check it out. I guess. I'm gonna go do a few things. I'm gonna go upload some more VODs. Work on that for a bit. Go check it out. All right, everybody. See you soon. Good night. Later, guys.